Hi ladies, my name's Kara Luplo. I'm an independent consultant with Jamberry Nails. I wanted to come here today and just give you a quick little tutorial on how to apply your Jamberries and some tips and tricks to keep them looking fabulous longer. So first off, I want to show you what you will need in order to put the Jamberries on. You need a nail file, a cuticle pusher or an orange stick if that's what you have, a pair of manicure scissors, and a heat source. Right now I have the Jamberry mini heater, which is really nice. It's quiet and portable and it can sit anywhere that you need it to. But forever I used a hair dryer, which is perfectly fine too. Just make sure to use it on the hottest setting, but the lowest pressure, so it's not going crazy with the Jamberry. So both are perfectly acceptable. First thing you're going to do, which I just did, is wash your hands really well with dish detergent, so Dawn or Palmolive, something that doesn't have moisturizers in it, because you want to get all of those oils off of your nails and your fingers. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to file your nails down to the level where you like them to make sure they're even and they're squared up or rounded, however you wear your nails. Then you're going to want to take your cuticle pusher or your orange stick, and you're going to push up your cuticles because you want to get them out of the way so that you can put on your nails without them touching any part of your cuticle, because they'll start to peel up a little bit. So I push them all the way back. Just make sure that looks good. And then take an alcohol swab. We sell them at Jamberry, but you can get them too at the grocery store. Make sure to take that alcohol swab and really wipe off all of your nail. If you're doing the rest of them, which I've already done, but if you're doing the rest of them, wipe off the rest of your nails, and then wipe off your hands and your fingertips too, so that you get all of those oils off and we're not transferring it onto the wraps. So when you get your wrap in the mail, you're going to have a sheet like this. I hope you can see that. You're going to have a sheet. It has 2 sets of 9 different sizes, and it comes on a clear plastic backing. So this part's not sticky here. So what you would do is you would line up whatever nail you're trying to fit, you'd line it up with that clear plastic backing and see which one fits your nail the best. You want to make sure that you're going to put one on that's either the exact right size or just a tiny bit smaller. You never want to opt to go to the bigger size because you're going to have issues with it sticking to like the side, like to your skin and to the side, and then it'll start peeling up. No one's ever going to notice if you have a little tiny slit of nail that's showing that's not covered, and you won't notice either. So opt for the smaller size. So this is what you're going to look like. I've already done I've done one manicure and then quite a few accents with this sheet. So this is what's left with my sheet. I still have another manicure on here and at least probably 2 pedicures too that I can get out of this by cutting them. So this is the nail. I did the rest of them. This is the nail here on my pinky finger that I'm going to show you how to put on. So I size it up which one fits. The first time it takes a little bit of time for you to figure out which nail is the best for you, but after that it's a piece of cake after the first time. So you want to make sure you touch this the least amount you can, especially the part that's going to be sticking to your nail itself. So if you can see this, I'll try to do this so you can see. I peel it up off of the sheet. Just a sec, there we go. I peel it up off the sheet. This one strip of nails you're going to cut in half because it's going to be for 2 different nails. You're going to get 2 applications out of this one little strip. So far, that's what you're doing. Personally, I'm better if I can hold on to the very tip of the nail where you just cut it, because that part's not going to be on your nail. So I touch just the tip there and flip it around. And then I put it on my heat source just for a few seconds until it gets pretty flimsy. So, see how it just started to curl up a tiny bit and get flimsy. So then you're going to put this rounded part towards your cuticle. There we go. Like I said again, you can touch, if you're going to touch one part of it, you can touch the part that you're going to be cutting off anyway. So I usually do that. And then, so that's what it looks like so far. So what you're going to do is take your opposite hand and you're going to really start working around and kind of tracing your cuticle. And putting a little bit of pressure, because these are heat and pressure activated. So you're really tightening that seal right now and making sure that it's going to last a long time on your finger. So now we're still curved up here. So what you're going to do, again with your opposite hand, is you're going to make a strip going straight down the middle of your finger, pushing it, and then one side and then the other side. If you took too long, or you see any, it needs to be heated a little bit more, if you see bubbles, or it needs, it looks like there's a little bit of fold, like what we call buckling at the bottom, you can just put it on the heat source just for a second again. And either, again, with your thumb or with your cuticle pusher, you can just smooth it out again. So same thing, start at the cuticle, pushing around, tracing it, and then straight down the middle and both sides until it's nice and smooth. There we go. It's kind of the nice part of all of this, is that there's really no messing up. It can, if something happens, especially when you're starting to learn to put them on, you can always get a redo. So then you're going to want to cut the nail wrap. You're going to want to cut that around your nail. So I usually flip it over, just like you're cutting a pattern out here. Okay, you'll still see a little excess. That's okay. So the next thing you do is we tell you to take like a sandwich bag, just a plastic one, and kind of pull that nice and tight over your nail so that it's you can kind of see it folding a little bit and just pushing that nail over. And then I put that in front of the heat again, just for a second, and kind of warm that up. It's a nice extra step to take just to make sure that you're going to get the longest wear out of it that you can. And I do notice the difference. So then after that, let it cool down for a second. Usually you'd go on, I usually go on to the other nails and then file at the same time. But because this is my last one, I let it sit for a sec. And then you want to file your nail at a 90-degree angle to get all of that excess wrap off of there. You want to make sure to be really vigilant about making sure that it all comes off, all the stuff that's hanging over the edge that comes off, so that it doesn't start to get snagged and peel up a little bit, because obviously we're using our nails for everything in real life. So you want to make sure that you get that all off there so that you don't have to deal with this if it's not sealed properly and taken care of the first time. And then I always say pay extra special attention to the corners of your nails. So if you can see from like right here and then at the opposite side, making sure that you get that little tiny piece of wrap off of there, that little piece of vinyl, so that it doesn't snag either. So there you go. It's quick and easy. It takes me a little bit longer today when I'm explaining it as I'm doing it, but to do a whole manicure, it takes about 15 minutes usually for me. If I'm sitting and watching TV or having a glass of wine with it, it might take 20 minutes, but it's a piece of cake and something that I really actually like doing. When you go to take it off, it's just as simple and actually even more relaxing than you can imagine. You soak your nails in warm olive oil or vegetable oil or coconut oil. Make sure it's warm and not hot, but warm for a couple of minutes. And then either take your orange stick, which is what I usually do, and I start just kind of peeling it from the corner. And it starts rolling up a little bit. If it's met with resistance, if it's like pulling a little bit, just put it back in the oil, let those fingers relax for a bit and try it again. And it just comes off nice and easy. Also, if you try to take them off after a hot bath or a hot shower and then soak them for a couple minutes, usually it comes off like a piece of cake. But the best part of these is you can have a normal life and you can not worry about your nails. We tell you not to take a bath right after you put them on. Let them, kind of cure overnight. But after that, everything is just like normal, but you have beautiful nails. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it and have a good understanding of how to wear your nails now. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much.